It's just a nut. There was lots of memes. Makes me wonder if I should pick up lesbianism. Chicago, you guys asked for it.
What's up, everyone? I'm here with Taylor from the Antibot today. I've got my Life Happens 3U mug right here. I've got the book Ponzi-nomics right here. I've got my Forever Home Friends plushie photo shoot set up right here, so it's kind of a mess. Hope you don't mind. Today we're going to be talking about Ponzi-nomics by Robert Fitzpatrick, one of the most important books ever written. I'm pretty sure, I think this book is self-published based on how it looks, and I love that about it. So I want to continue. Before we started recording this call, we were talking about this important topic, which is that anti-MLM channels are not getting views in 2021. Like, this is a thing. And I thought it was just me, and I thought maybe people don't like my content anymore. I thought maybe I'm streaming too much and it's making people tired of me. That's possible. Maybe I'm not being as dramatic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm making pretty much the same kind of videos as before. But it's not just me. It's everyone. I started looking at other people's channels and I'm like, no one's getting views. What is happening?
Yeah, it's like across the entire anti-MLM community, it seems like everyone's views is kind of like diminishing a little bit. Like even my last video, which, you know, I normally average maybe like 6,000 to 7,000 views, unless it's a video that really like fires off for some reason. But this one like has half of those views. And like, I don't necessarily care about it because I'm like, oh, I want so many views. But I felt like it was an important topic because in my last video, I discussed Albania and their whole pyramid scheme crisis that actually led to pretty much the downfall of their country. It's a very important topic that I think needs to be discussed. And for some reason, that video didn't do as well, unfortunately.
And I saw that video, I was like, this is one of the most important videos that exists on this platform. Like, this video is, like, most people have never heard that story who would, like, live in the U.S. Like, when we talk about the anti-MLM movement, we talk a lot about individual companies. We talk a lot about, you know, how it affects individual families, and that's really important. But a lot of people don't know that it can get to that extreme extent too. And like, you did a video that everyone needs to see, and like, dude, no one's seeing, like, because like we did a video together about our political party's cults, and I figured it was my fault for putting it up right before the inauguration. I thought it would be a good move because people would be looking for that kind of thing, but I think YouTube was like, we do not need political shit on here right now when everyone is in a very, you know, high tension mode. So I get why they kind of suppressed that video. I thought that video would do really well, but it had like 3,000 views and it's been up for like a month and a little more than a month. This is why I think it's anti-MLM though, because my writing videos are doing the same. I estimate about 10% of my audience is on my channel for writing videos. So my writing videos get on average about 1/10 of the views and engagement that my anti-MLM videos will get. My writing videos are still getting about the same views they got in 2020. My anti-MLM videos have very much decreased. And I've been looking at other people's channels too. Monica's videos on Nexium have been struggling to reach 1,000 views. Like, Savannah Marie's channel has gone from getting like 60,000 views a video to like 6,000 to 12,000 views a video. And like, it's everyone that I'm looking like, what is happening? Yeah. And that's why we're like, we read this book that's like, the MLMs are in with the government. And I'm like, did Google make some kind of deal with the MLM or something? And now that like, are they suppressed? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, because it seems like it's suppression across the entire board for everyone. And if someone else is watching who's like, oh no, I've actually gotten more views this year, like, please let us know.
Please let us know, yeah. I mean, I feel like Madison's videos still do pretty well, but she
also does like just scammer stuff in general.
That's true, yeah. And maybe they, like, her videos did, like, really well last year, so there might even still be a decrease there. I don't know. Anyone who watches this, let us know if you have noticed this or not, because we're both getting a little concerned. From looking at other people's channels, I'm getting concerned as well.
Yeah, and given just the fact that we just read Ponzi-nomics, where Robert Fitzpatrick goes into detail about how, you know, over the last 40, 50 years, maybe even longer than that, MLMs have bought out basically our entire government. And so it's purely speculation on our part, but I would not be surprised to hear that MLMs have made some sort of partnership or talk to people with Google, and now they're actively suppressing anti-MLM content. I would not be surprised to hear that at all.
I wouldn't either. I wonder if there's any, I'm going to just look it up right now. Multi-level marketing and Google. I mean, I'm searching this on Google, so I don't know if this is going to be biased.
Probably biased.
Oh, well, okay. It says Google no longer considers network marketing, affiliate marketing, and MLM businesses as valid businesses, so they don't allow the ads. But affiliate marketing is also a different industry, so I don't know if it's more of a spamming kind of thing.
Yeah.
Although, that's the first result. The second result that comes up is, does multi-level marketing work? And it says multi-level marketing is a legitimate business strategy, though it is controversial. So now I'm wondering.
Yeah, and the whole idea that multi-level marketing is legitimate has basically been propaganda pushed by multi-level marketing companies. So the fact that Google is saying that doesn't really carry that much weight, honestly.
Okay, I searched, is anti-MLM suppressed on YouTube? And the first thing that comes up is that fucking Atlantic article.
Oh, I wonder if the Atlantic article
You think the
like,
Atlantic
connected.
article did this?
Oh gosh, I initially, this is going on a completely different tangent.
We're conspiracy theorizing right now. Don't take anything we say back.
This is
disclaimer. This is allegedly. Okay,
this is definitely allegedly. Go on. At first, when I read that article, I was like, okay, I can get on board with some of the things they're saying. I kind of have an issue with them saying that like anti-MLM is just like anti-MLM on YouTube is just all drama and there's so much infighting. Because personally, I have not experienced that. And talking to other people,
I feel like I've made friends with everyone except Emilee A, who said I don't know what a savvy is and then joined MLM. It's literally just her. And I guess I have drama with Scott, but even he and I don't really have drama. We just had a debate, which was actually very nice and productive.
Yeah, there hasn't really been any drama except for, surrounding one person. And I wouldn't even say that that's necessary. Like, there was drama that came from that, but people had issue for legitimate reasons. Yeah. So, like...
Emilee A left, too, and nobody's mad at her because she didn't scam people. She just went about her business and, lived her life. Right? It was
I totally support her making her I think her videos are more business focused now.
She's making a podcast now, which is great. Dude, make your podcast, live your life. You don't have to make this type of videos just because we want them. Do you? And that's why if Emilee A had left and then just been like that, no one would have been mad.
Yeah. But reading the Atlantic, at first I was like, oh, I think this article's okay, but I take issue with this one thing. But now, going back over it, I'm kind of I kind of have issue with the whole article because it just seemed like it was a bit of sloppy journalism.
I mean, nothing gets me mad like sloppy journalism.
It was not well informed. It was kind of, they didn't really research into it that much. They kind of just took people's word, and by people, I mean Emilee A's word, to be the Bible, when obviously what she has to say is going to be a little bit biased. So all of that to say, I don't know, maybe because the Atlantic article painted us all as, drama-filled YouTubers, maybe that's what's driving down our views or something. Who knows?
Yeah, and it's talking about how r/anti-MLM just mocks the industry, which is valid criticism of an industry is important. It talks about
and people need to be able to vent.
Oh yeah. And it's important to critique industries. This is how corporations, this is how these big business structures hold each other up, because when people come out criticizing them, everyone's like, oh, you're so negative, you're so much drama. And it's no, I haven't read the whole article, so I can't really comment on it, but I wonder if that has something to do with it. I don't know, but I'm also searching on Google, so this is going to be, maybe I should go to Bing.com and search on Bing.
See what they say.
We're going to go to Bing.com. I hate how, I could rant about big tech all day, but I feel like it became not cool to rant about big tech when Trump got banned from Twitter, but I'm no, we still need to criticize big tech, guys. Just because they did something you like doesn't mean they should have the power they do.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but I think that banning Trump was kind of a double-edged sword.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kind of making it so people like are kind of going more into that cult mindset and get more into echo chambers because you're banning them from being as public as they were before.
Yeah, that I completely agree with that. Like, I think that if tech companies are going to own this much of individual people's data, as well as owning as much of the industry as they do, they either need to decide, like, is this a public platform where everyone can say whatever they want, even if it is an outright lie? Or is this a place where we can curate content? And if we can curate content, then is there a point at which we can't continue to have that much influence over public discourse? And that's a very difficult question to answer, because when like antitrust laws were created, there was no one could have fathomed that the internet would become what it did, or that it would ever even exist or anything like that. There's really no precedent for any of this, and it's kind of wild.
Yeah, I think it's hard to figure out what to do as well. Like, where's the line?
Yeah, absolutely. Because now I'm just like, oh, I searched this on Google. Like, is Google biased against Google? Or is like Google biased against seeing bad things about Google? And I'm like, well, also like my phone is like a Pixel, which is made by Google. So like, I'm not going to search it on there. I'm going to go to Bing.com and see if this works. But Bing is also owned by Microsoft, which is also a big tech company. So it's like, there's nowhere you can there's no like
there's nowhere to go.
It's very, very like, it scares the shit out of me. I don't know what to do about this, but let's see. If I Google, let's look at what's trending on Bing real quick. Lady Gaga dog walker, Russell Wilson stimulus update, Tiger Woods, Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, third stimulus check 2021, Powerball winning numbers, and Mr. Potato Head.
That's like a random collection of like news articles.
That's everything that's trending on February 25th, 2021.
Kind of all over the board.
All over the board. Maybe I'll take this beginning part of the conversation and put up a separate video called like Anti-MLM Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah.
An Antibot.
This is definitely conspiracy. We have no hard data here at all. This is totally just like our thoughts about this and possibilities.
Is YouTube suppressing anti-MLM? We're looking this up on Bing. Wow, Bing really made themselves look exactly like Google. And when you search on Bing, it looks exactly the same, other than in the corner, Google says Google and Bing says Bing. That's wild. I didn't even know it looked this similar.
I mean, yeah, I haven't used Bing. I can't remember. It's been a really long time.
It's still the fucking Atlantic article that comes up first.
That sucks, because that was not a good article at all.
Well, I guess we'll never know the answer to this.
Get you some nuts.
There was lots of memes. Makes me wonder if I should pick up lesbianism.
Chicago.
You guys asked for it.